What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be wrapping the side skirt on my Lexus ISF. I removed the side skirt off the car because it makes it a lot easier to work with when it comes to laying the vinyl into deep areas like right here. Also finishing it up on the edges and corners. I could do it on the car, but it sits pretty low, and having the car closer to the ground can increase the risk of contamination from dirt, dust. So the reason why I say that is because this vinyl has a protective cap on it and it causes a lot of static. So having it off the car and on a I want to call it like a bumper holder, bumper support like this, is just a little bit easier. So I just went ahead and wiped everything down, cleaned it all up. I still had some adhesive from when I was rose gold, just in some areas. So the thing about most vinyls, when it lifts up and it's like an air bubble, over time, when you pull the vinyl off, the film that's the air bubble, or the vinyl that's the air bubble, is off, but the adhesive is still stuck in that area that you fed it into. So if I had an air bubble right here in this deep 90-degree angle, when I pull the vinyl off, you would see adhesive still stuck in that 90-degree angle crevice or recess. So I'm doing my best to feed the vinyl into those corners so it doesn't pop up. And in this case, I didn't do that the first time I wrapped the car, so there was some adhesive in the back corner there. You don't really see it, so it's fine. What I'm going to do now is just do a quick final wipe down, and then we're going to go ahead and grab the vinyl. So the vinyl's on the floor, as you can see. I laid it out this way because I've already wrapped this whole entire side. The passenger side is already done, so I mimic the driver's side by flipping the vinyl backwards. So you see the backing paper here. So imagine if I rip the backing paper off, it's adhesive. That will go on the opposite side. So doing that allowed me to get the passenger side skirt. Now, if you don't understand what that means, I was able to cut a big circle right here on the wheel arch and then straight across to the front. Now, that's a very awkward piece to keep. You could use that to do mirrors, you can use it to door handles, small little pieces. But fortunate for me, I was able to cut just a perfect amount of length to actually wrap the side skirt. As you can see here, the ISF one has this side skirt that goes up to half the fender. So cutting up that arch on the rear wheel gave me the perfect shape to wrap the side skirt. Now, unfortunately, this is the driver's side vinyl section right here, which gives me the passenger side side skirt. Now, cutting out the passenger side vinyl gave me the driver's side skirt, and I have that rolled up somewhere for another video, or maybe later on this week when I wrap the driver's side. But this is what I had to do to get the passenger side skirt. As you can see, see that big section right here? This is where the wheel well was. So now that I have it, see how perfectly it fits the front of the side skirt, and it actually goes all the way to the end. So pretty convenient. I was really surprised why I didn't think about that the first time I did the rose gold. I think what I did was I ordered 75 feet of rose gold because I was scared I was gonna be short, and I kind of ran up to the last bits of the material. That's because I rewrapped the hood twice and I rewrapped the bumper twice, but I still have some leftover material to do the hood again. So 75 feet is plenty enough for mistakes. This time I'm working with 60 feet. So 15 feet less vinyl, which is kind of risky, but I think I can do it. So let me just turn this whole entire piece around. Sorry if it's kind of noisy. I have the AC on. It is a little bit warm in here. Like I said, I live in Florida, so okay. Gonna lay the vinyl over there. Let's see. Got a little bit of sap or something there. I didn't bother clay barring the car because it was pretty much detailed the first time I wrapped it. So let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna pull the backing off this larger section here. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down. And before I lay it completely smooth, I want to be sure I have enough coverage, and you see I don't, because right here is right at the end of the side skirt. So gonna just move it down a little bit. So I'm actually gonna give myself like pretty much close to nothing on the edge here, because I don't really care about that. I care about being even on the rest of the side skirt. So okay, so a little bit funky here. I'm gonna have to use some heat to manipulate this film. Ooh, still getting shocked, guys. It's a blessing and a curse. Gonna see how well this is gonna work for me. No, see, it runs kind of funky, so I'm gonna throw this cap off right now because one, is bothering me, like you know in the last video I posted. I don't like getting shocked. And two, I gotta heat it, and you can't really heat the vinyl with the cap on, because it goes all funky and can damage the film. I keep saying film, it's not. Ooh, there you go. Ooh, you hear that? Just getting the last bits of shock out of my system. So let me just go ahead and lift this up. Still charged. You know what I have to do? I could just actually make a relief cut right here, because this is a lot of excess. Maybe I don't know yet. I'm thinking here. I think if I cut that out, it'd be a lot easier for me. There we go. Alright, so a little wonky here, but I think I'm happy with how it's laid. Only part here, I gotta pull the vinyl back. Yeah, there we go. So what I'm doing is guiding it on the hard body line of the side skirt, and that's gonna help me shift the vinyl back and forth where I need it to go. So there you go, laid down. Next, this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. I'm gonna go ahead and wet my squeegee with the Vvivid Shield. It acts like a spray wax, but it's a lot more lubricant or lubricative, if that's a word, than spray wax. So I just spray the buffer like that, and I'm gonna start working this vinyl down from the body line to the bottom of the skirt. Of course, you're gonna have a lot of tension on there, so pull the vinyl and let that air come out, because the tension is what's really gonna help lay this thing flat. So as you can see, I did a couple strokes right there, and I just was able to flip the squeegee around and use the other wet side. Again, flip it. I'll make sure you get all the air bubbles out. If you're curious to know where I buy these products, you can just go and click the link below in the comment or the description. I'm gonna leave it, so you don't have to worry about searching up websites and things like that. You can get it directly from Amazon if they have it. We won't know until I post the video, I guess. But That's where I get all my stuff, where you could get it as well. So there we go. The back part of the side skirt is laid. I'm gonna go ahead, start working in this corner here. So let's bring the camera around. Okay, so here it's gonna be a little trickier. I'm actually gonna put my wrap glove on. Might have to use a heat gun as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and start feeding this vinyl in, because the big major body of the side skirt's already laid down flat, but now we have to roll this edge in all the way through. There's a lot of tension right now from the one end to the other. As you can see, kind of just like hooking it and just feeding it through with my index finger. Slowly working it in, especially to the front there. The front's gonna be a little more difficult. I don't know if I have to do an overlay to hide some of the vinyl, because it's a very, very tricky situation here. But mainly want to get this all fed in as clean as possible. Off camera here, I'm just lifting the back of the vinyl up to alleviate some tension, and now we're gonna go straight forward again. I see the edge to the next part of the side skirt, which is where the rubber seal goes into. Don't really care about that part actually. You can actually just trim a little bit over that and call it a day, but there's actually another piece in here that I could wrap over. I don't know if it'll reach all the way. It doesn't, especially here. It's a little bit too short, but I could do that. I'm gonna figure out a way. What I could do is, on the last time I wrapped this thing, where the gasket sits, I cut a line and I pulled the vinyl up a little bit, and it gave the whole thing full coverage. Sorry, I kicked the camera there. So this is looking good so far. Here's gonna be a little tricky. Might be hard to see on the camera, to be honest with you, but I have to actually find a way to feed this into this little area. And the only way to really do that is to alleviate the tension from this part. So I'm gonna have to find a way to fold this in and trim as I go and tuck it. And when I get down to here, I'm gonna have to use some of the heat on this area, heat it up really hot so it's malleable, and then start feeding it in. So let's get to it. Right now off camera, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm working this corner edge of the side skirt. I just pulled it back about 2 inches. I heated it up a little bit and I stretched it about 10%, and I wrapped it around the edges. So there we go. You can see right here, that's what I'm doing. I wrapped it around 10%. So now I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun. As you can see, it just shrinks around. So now I can focus on laying it down smooth. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So now I have to work on this right here. This is gonna be where blading and heat comes into play. I'm gonna try to get as much footage as I can here. The vinyl is kind of dark, so it doesn't really give you the essence of the color that much. I'm gonna start here. Let's turn some of the heat off. So this corner piece actually goes further down than this middle piece. So I'm just gonna start trimming at the middle piece. Debating of giving it some more space. Okay, that's cut. There we go. Alleviate that tension completely. So now I gotta play with this a little bit and add some heat and get this around. Go. Gonna heat this up again. Get that to shrink around. There we go. See that? It's all tedious work. So what I was doing, this method right here, I want to tell you guys. Sorry if it's a little bit loud, but the method is to try to get to the least tensed area, which is right here in the middle. And I just started cutting kind of on the edge, maybe like a millimeter more so I can tuck it, but I start cutting, and when I get down here I stopped, and then at that point I can kind of like stretch this around. I trimmed that piece off and it split the tension away from this corner. So at that point I can heat it, make it a little soft, and I can roll it around this little triangle area here. Okay, lay it down, roll it around the corners a little bit, cut a millimeter away from the edges of all the excess, heat it up, and then roll the vinyl over that edge. And now you have full coverage. No one's gonna see it when it's on the car, and that's really essential. So this video is gonna be quite long because I'm trying to explain as much as I can to all those who wants to learn to vinyl wrap. I'm nowhere near as amazing as most YouTubers in vinyl wrapping, but I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. So what I'm gonna do now is do the same thing, but on the edge right here. So once I do that, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this little corner. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and work on this area. I'm actually going to heat it up here and start feeding it in just a little bit, just to relieve some tension right here, because there's no way I can cut any more relief cuts here without causing a major issue with not being fully covered. So this is going to be the best method I can do right now. Just going to heat away from the area I want to feed in, because I want to pull as much vinyl from these areas as possible, because I'm not going to need it right now. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. See that? See how nice and easy it glides in there? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do it again here. Soften that up a little bit. Start working that flat and smooth. And we're going to do the same thing. Start cutting it little by little until we get to where we need to be. In this case, I think I need to... Okay, so right here is the point where I have to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and... Yep. Go out a little bit more than I should. And then slowly alleviate that tension, and hopefully this will actually shrink back when I hit it with the heat gun. Yep. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this side skirt. Like I said, I'm going to copy the same method here. I'm going to trim 1/8 of an inch all the way down, and I'm going to pull up the extra piece and try to wrap the other black part. Not black, I'm sorry, the blue part of the side skirt. So it'll be like this. And then in between will be the rubber skirt or rubber seal. And of course with the edge down here on the bottom, you don't really see this at all. So I'm going to wrap about 1 inch in and then trim it. Don't really have to care about that. And towards the end of this whole entire install, I'm going to work on my corners. So hopefully this turns out pretty nicely. Alright guys, so that's it. We wrapped the side skirt, finally threw it on the car, and as you can see, it looks fantastic. I'm gonna get out of the way so you can actually see how nice this color looks. So it really finished up the front there. I threw the emblem on already on the fender. These are the wheels I'm gonna be rocking right here, these bronze TE37s. I still gotta put the little rubber seal on the bottom. That's gonna finish it up really nice. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. That is it. We've wrapped the side skirt, we installed the fender duct from Maze Runner, aka Adam. It looks fantastic. I'm just excited to get the whole entire car finished. Right now we have about less than a month away before WECFest. I'm trying to get it done by WECFest Florida because this is the last show that they're gonna have in Florida, and it kind of sucks because there's a lot of reason why they're canceling it, and most of it is because of Florida's car scene. It's pretty whack. But for the most part, I'm trying to get it all set up and ready to go. I do have another part coming in, so I'm excited to do a unboxing. I'm going to be wrapping it, so that's a little clue for you guys. So this is done. This is it. Pretty lengthy video again, so I hope you guys stay tuned for the next thing. We're probably going to wrap something else, probably the trunk, maybe a door handle. I don't know. So we'll see you there, and can't even talk right now. It's really hot. So peace.